Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia, and today we're starting our Rhesus and Memnon DLC Let's Play for Total War Troy. Now the DLC's been out for about 2 days, but I got caught up with some other scheduling issues, so we're a little bit late, but we'll kick off our Memnon Let's Play because he won our poll, and we'll be doing it on the historical mode. Now this was a free DLC that was included when Mythos DLC was launched, and this will change our hero into a regular unit with capable bodyguards instead of having a single entity. The powers of the Olympus gods and cults will be slightly different. It will be tailored to more historical realities, and all the units will be regular humans. We won't even have cosplay minotaurs. They'll be just regular human units, and this will just be a nice experience since we played plenty of Truth Behind the Myths, and we also played a Mythos DLC last time with Odysseus. So this time for Memnon, we'll be doing the historical mode. And Memnon, of course, is on the Trojan side, as akin to the Trojan princes. He's a cousin of Hector and Paris.
Of Ethiopia.
Not only that, we are also a horde faction, because we are sort of an expeditionary force from Ethiopia, and we have landed in the island of Rhodes, as we are going to raise every settlement we come through and take up their war spoils. Now, there's a few more things about hordes. We cannot reinforce or be reinforced, so the battles will be a bit harder. We also don't have any agents. None of the new 2 factions added in, Rhesus and Memnon, have agents. Instead, for us, we have what's called camp followers, and they are part of our faction unique mechanic called the resourceful strategist. We'll talk about all our faction unique mechanic once we jump into game. Don't want to stay on the menu for too long. In terms of faction restrictions, we won't have access to any defender generals, and all our units are technically unique because we get 22 brand new units that we can summon as reinforcements from the lands of Egypt, Ethiopia, Canaan, and Susa. And as a heroic hero, or epic hero here, we have our lineage bonus of plus 10% campaign movement range for the army that we lead, and minus 5% construction cost for all horde buildings, so basically our camp buildings that is part of our army. And that's pretty much all we need to cover here, as we can jump in. I guess we can look at our victory conditions. I'll be going for a Homeric victory, so 13 steps of our epic mission chain, leading to the razing of Mycena and Petalion, which is Achilles' capital. And we also have to unlock all 6 of our territories, which require some royal decrees to be picked up, as well as some buildings to be built within our camp to unlock all of them. This should not be hard. This should be part of our goal, as we want more variety of units being added into our horde armies. If we have time, or perhaps this might even come first, we can go for the total war victory with 80 different settlements and the razing of Sparta, Thebes, Ithaca, and Knossos, because along the way, I believe Knossos and Ithaca will fall, and Sparta, pretty quickly as we're taking the southern route, and then Thebes might be the only one that could be slightly out of the way, but I think Thebes on the way to, raising Petalion, so perhaps we'll get this done before we even get this done, so who knows. But we'll be trying to uphold our vows to our kins in Troy by helping them destroy the Greek faction in the south. And we'll be playing this on Legendary Veteran difficulty with 40-minute battle timers. So let's go.
O bronze-armed Memnon, your distant kin in E01 have roused the anger of the mighty Achaean warlords.
Brother, your foolish passion has doomed us.
And so you have sailed out, the spear tip of a mighty host blessed by divine Pharaoh, on a mission to aid exquisite Troy in the face of looming ruin.
I stand loyal to my kinsmen. My shield will shelter the people of Troy.
But be wary, for Rhodes does not take kindly to allies of Priam, and even now muster their forces for battle against you. Farther west, Idomeneus, king of Crete, will interpose his might ahead of you in the great theater of war between Achaeans and your Trojan kin. Take heart, great Memnon, for you are blessed by the dawn. and girded for war by Pharaoh himself. Your victory is assured.
Alrighty, so that's our flyby introduction. And we'll cover all these as we use them. Our first mission is to take down the army in Rhodes here. And looking at our starting army, we have some very simple troops from Ethiopia and Egypt regions. The Nefru infantry, it's basically a two-handed spear that can swap. Well, you can swap into a shield and spear, or two-handed long spear, I guess. And then we also have a staff bearer, archer, javelin men, Egyptian slingers. And if we want more units, we have to use our faction mechanic of Pharaoh's servants, where we have the regions where we can summon reinforcements from. Each region reinforcement is preset, so basically if we pick Sais, we get +1 slinger, +2 Nefru infantry. And this is the cost of summoning this group of reinforcement into our special recruitment pool, which we can then add into our army. And the second number here is the limit. This is not the limit of how many of this unit we can have in our army, but rather the limit of how many we can store in our special recruitment pool before, we have to add them into our army, because there's basically a holding area where you can save up a bunch of units and quickly create a whole new army using them, because they'll come fully replenished. And we have different regions with different costs, different types of units. We don't have a lot of wood on hand right now, so I think what's most practical for us, since we need to build up our buildings as well, is just go with the Thais Egyptian units, 1 slinger, 2 Nefru infantry. These are all pretty low quality units. I think during the preview period, when I looked at all the units, they're not very strong. Most of your units are very low armor. The attack abilities are also a little bit lower. I think it requires a lot of boosting from our buildings, from our camp followers, from our general skill tree to make them actually competitive units. But regardless, we will be adding to our army here, and we'll call reinforcements, which will put all regions on cooldown. And the goal is to really be efficient here and keep recruiting and saving them into your recruitment pool every time they're off cooldown, so that when you need them, they're always ready to go. Because once we have them, we can just add them in, and there is no more cost to recruit. There's obviously cost to upkeep. The payment is paid when we ask for reinforcement, and this bolsters our army a little bit. And perhaps with this new strength, we can force a little bit of diplomacy deals. Or maybe no one wants to be our friend. Yeah, no one wants to be our friend, so never mind. And we will be doing our first fight then. We don't know what they have, but we have a lot more units. Now our leader, Memnon himself, currently has Ethiopian spearmen as his bodyguard. So the quality of his troop is basically Ethiopian spearmen. It's not very strong. It's a very weak unit. If we want better bodyguards, we need to pick up skills. They're going to be on our skill tree as different bodyguard units, more premium ones at the end, of course. Sheridan Warrior is our ultimate bodyguard. Doesn't matter which we choose, but we can pick up different additional traits after each side. So we can either frighten or we can become unbreakable. Now, that's going to take up quite a bit of space on our skill tree, which means a lot of the personal boosts that we have in the other 2 game modes are now going to be bodyguard units instead. But the follow-up bonus is going to be quite similar. And he does have a pretty interesting skill tree. There's a lot of bonuses that deal with reinforcements, whether it's upkeep costs or giving them morale, plus making them expendable from only certain regions. And that can create some nice strategies, especially since early on we do have access to Sais and Napata. Basically, lower tier Egyptian units and lower tier Ethiopian units, we can make them expendable, which makes them a lot more, I guess, useful in the army, in my opinion, as well. So there's a lot of things we can look at. We also have Taunt. Now this Taunt, it's a little concerning because we're so weak. I don't know if we can actually afford to taunt an enemy unit. Maybe if they're range, we can force them to come melee us. But aside from that, our stats really not that great. So we gotta be careful. We do have a unique item, Pharaoh's Right, but it's a common tier item, as you can see. And we end up picking up just a bit of morale and melee attack for all units. It's not that great. I do wish we had more things, but we don't. So let's go to war here.
With pride and valor.
Now we could add a few, say, camp followers at this point. We can only afford one of them really, and it just reduces enemy morale. We'll take a look at them once we get a bit more resources. They're very important. They're basically our agent replacement. But let's fight this. So we can obviously also delegate this, but as you can see, we'll lose half of the health on that one unit in particular. If we fight this one out, I hope we can do better. So let's see. Yeah, because we're playing historical mode, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be old school Total War. The more powerful generals, and with Troy's, heavy emphasis on melee units, it's going to be about maneuvering and flanking. Let's call them 2. That's our range. This would be our front line. They're probably going to take a beating here. They will try to flank. Alright, I don't think the enemy will move. They have 2 slingers, which has pretty decent range. Why do they get the hill, right? Is there a flank back here past this cliff? I think there is. I can crawl back. I don't know if I want to, though. This forest is a little bit annoying. We can fast forward this part. We gotta just deploy into position. It's probably gonna have a few units come out of this. I don't want to deal with them here. If we can loop back, that would be great. Okay, at this point we can start pressuring a little bit with our range. That little rock is going to help us a lot. Alright, they're going to try to trade fire. They have more range than us because they're slingers. Let me see if I can taunt one of them out of position. Pull them back. See if we can taunt this.
Your hero is under attack.
Consider it done. Light of the dawn. Understood. I shall. As you wish. Clubsman. Consider it done.
I need to get into range.
Is at hand.
We're doing a good job of harassing, I guess. I don't think I can pull it off. I gotta pull them out. We got decent speed, 55. I guess we can use a shield unit to bait like this.
I shall. Consider it done. Understood. As you wish.
See if we can pull that.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
I stand ready.
Can we please?
He is at hand.
How close do we have to be for this taunt? Oh, we taunted. We taunted. Okay, now we can drag him back.
Consider it done. I shall not falter. As you wish.
He's taunted. He's gonna walk with me
As commanded. Understood.
into my... Okay, how does...
Forward, men.
Pretty sure I was hidden, but okay, that's fine. Alright, let's flank these three units here. Taunt worked. Push that up. Push that into the flank. Javelin can stay back. We'll stall him with one unit. Come flank here. Get him. Charge.
Consider it done.
Flank down.
To victory.
Victory is close enough to taste.
It's all about finding angles here. A little cliff really helps us too.
Forward, men! Anubis, judge you!
Anubis judge you. They ready to collapse. He might need some help for sure, but we can just send these two over, flank him from behind.
As commanded.
Might be a little bit too much friendly fire.
Servant of Pharaoh. Lordsmen.
We're here.
For our king. The pride of the
Our ability is just increase morale for ourselves. Not really worth it at this point. Alright, we got the flank. Our range is murdering them. He should be routing soon too. There we go. This should be an auto wipe. Actually, I'm not sure if this... Actually, I think the first battle should be auto wipe. I say we fought that pretty well. Around the same. A little less than half, I think. Yeah, so 66, so still more than half. We did a little bit better than the delegate. Pick up the
My
resources.
knowledge grows.
Want us to recruit a few more units. Now, here's where the war spoils come into effect. These markers will tell us how much we'll get in terms of resources should we raise the settlements. So we have gold, food, and bronze near us. I think we want to go for the food first. The reason is we need food to recruit a lot of these camp followers, and they're basically going to provide passive bonus for most of them. If they have this icon, it's an active bonus where we have to spend additional gold before the battle start to pull off some of their abilities. For example, shutting down enemy towers in major settlements during sieges. Very, very useful stuff. We also ranked up. Increase speed and stamina. Oh, increase melee attack, weapon defense plus melee defense. Weapon damage. Yes, I want that. Lead by example.
Ethiopia triumphs.
And we might as well pick up a royal decree. So there's a lot of new stuff on my royal decree tree for Memnon, including access to cheaper Egyptian units, unlocking the area of Thebes or territory Thebes for reinforcements, the K9 camp followers, the K9 units, cheaper units, the regions for reinforcement, Ethiopia units, Ethiopia territory of Iha, and then there's a lot of new stuff, more reinforcement from the African territories, so Ethiopia and Egypt, and there's also going to be more reinforcement from Asian territories, that's Kenite and Susa, and so forth. And the one that's missing here, I think we need to build camp buildings. And there's not a lot of depth to camp buildings because on historical mode, there's 9 slots and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 temple. 9 buildings that you can build. So it's not going to be a matter of choice. It's just which one do we want first. And these buildings require population. Our growth is pretty set. It doesn't grow like crazy for cities because there's no way to get that much growth. So it doesn't scale. I think each population always costs 20. And that means we need population to upgrade our buildings or build our buildings. And then the upgrade, I think, is free. And that is also required for our main building, which unlocks the Memphis territory for Egypt and adds +1 rank to all units and give us a little bit of replenishment for this hero. The one that I really want in the beginning, I want this. I want the Egyptian Scroll of Knowledge, but I don't think this is the first one I want. Actually, no, this is probably the first one I want. And then I want Altar. And the Altar I want is Hephaestus, because I want the bonus to melee attack and armor 5 points, as well as the upkeep discount for this army. So I think that's going to be pretty key. But I think this is generally good, just because of the construction cost discount we get. So by all logic, this should be the first building. And it only takes 1 turn, and we get administrative efficiency, which is basically research rate for road decrees, and also additional replenishment. So we'll be doing that. And all our military buildings, since we don't require buildings to get military units, they just provide different bonuses, like more capacity for certain units or morale for Egyptian units. And then these are Ethiopian training grounds, so increases missile unit range and additional recruitment rank for Ethiopian units. These are K-Knights, so these are more defensive in nature, unlocks a K-Knight territory. This is all units, get 15% upkeep discount, but very late building. And then increase income from raiding, more movement, reduce fatigue, increase charge, and increase armor. So our units are weak, but they get stronger when we add all the buildings that we have. That's kind of how it's played out. We also have scaling damage for each camp follower we have, up to 20%. So I think there's like 20... There's more than 20 camp followers, I think. Oh no, I lied. There's 18. Yeah, that is weird. I guess they count multiple camps? No way. That doesn't make sense.
Pharaoh will be pleased.
That doesn't make sense. We can't build this now, by the way. We don't move once we build. How do we get 20? Oh, 2% each. Oh, right. The 1% doesn't make sense. The 2% makes sense. Caps of 20. So once we get 10 followers, we get the max damage increase for missile and melee. So a lot of different things to boost our units.
My honor guides.
And to get our, resourceful strategists, we need to pick up more food, because a lot of the early ones require food.
Servant of Egypt.
Let's go raid this.
With pride and valor.
Not a hard fight. 2 small injuries. I think I'll just take the auto resolve here.
Time to test our
Is the 66 unit going below half? That's not a huge loss. Yeah, that's not a huge loss. And we have always a choice between picking up a little bit of replenishment and growth, which I think is pretty key early on. And then late game, we just want to increase our army's damage. And we always get to move a little bit after the fight because we never really settle there. You get more resources by raise and kill, but I want the replenishment and mainly the growth right now.
This city
For
is
2
no
turns
more.
too. Oh, picked up a javelin, that helps. We have 1 javelin unit though, so I don't know how that
Memnon,
helps, but
Ethiopia.
we can get more. If we get more wood, the Ethiopian reinforcement takes quite a bit of wood. And because we got the new food, we can pick up a couple of these guys. So the Egyptian healer for more replenishment, I think that's pretty key.
Answer my summons.
We got ourselves
Show me
1.
your way.
You don't have to do anything about the passive, they just stay with your camp. If your army gets wiped, thus your camp get wiped, you have to re-recruit them when you create a new army. And each army get their own followers, so you got to pay up for each army. Growth is pretty key. I'll pay for that too.
Follow me, friends, and teach me what you know.
And the rest I think we can hold off until we get better ones. These 2 I don't really care for. I do care for these 2, but I don't have gold right now. Speaking of our lack of gold, the first royal decree I think is going to be Master Jewelers just for that passive gold increase.
A courageous victory.
And then we're going to shift our army back here because we want to go get the bronze and the gold next. Now they probably have another army, so we have to deal with that. We're looking at our divine favor. I'm going to focus pretty hard on Hephaestus. We can Hecatomb, but probably not this turn. Before we fight the bronze and gold settlements, we'll use this just so that we can get the tier 1 bonus of 50% increase to the war spoils of bronze and gold. Now the construction cost for bronze and gold is not going to apply to us right here. I don't think this building costs that much bronze. 180. How much do we save?
Pharaoh's will be done.
We save 10%. We save 18. I don't think it's worth it. The problem is when I do the Hecatomb, I think it goes to 70. And then there's decay, and then in 2 turns it's gone. So I want this active when I get the gold settlement for sure. That's pretty key. And the bronze one as well. I think we'll save this. And we'll just tough it out and build it. It's not that pricey.
We will stop here.
Alright. You can build multiple buildings, and if it takes longer, we can rush it if we had gold. I don't know if actually Horde faction can rush buildings, but I know there's a new mechanic for all the other factions at least that you can rush buildings with gold just to finish the completion a little faster. But we're good. We can also pick up some reinforcement next turn. But for the time being, I think we just... Yeah, we have to be in camp to finish building the building. That makes sense. Let's just continue. Let's speed this up. I think we just raise all this and start going to Crete, because there's no reason why we need to go to the Trojan land. Our first epic missions issued. They want us to call reinforcement from Napata in Ethiopia. We get 1,000 experience for Memnon and Trojan of Ra, Egyptian gods here. 10% campaign movement range. Also want us to do a road decree. The building's ready. Now, I cannot build anything because we lack population. And it's really annoying that I cannot check population. I guess I can check it here. So let's see, we're currently at 0. 15 a turn. It's pretty fast. This is very key to our strategy here. And also raising settlement for the +2. This will make everything cheaper. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. We're going to switch stance. We are going to take a look, and they want us to recruit from Napata. We don't have wood to do that. So we're planning to take this first and then do it. I think we'll get a bit of wood for that. And since we are fighting now, we're going to Hecatomb. 70. So this turn we take this. Next turn went to 60. We go for the city. So we can get the gold. And then that way we get 50% extra for these. It's a lot of bronze. It's a lot of bronze. Now this is way too bloody. We're going to have to fight this, and hopefully the outcome will be better for us. Require a bit of strategy. We might lose some units. It's fine. The units aren't that great, so we can always get reinforcements. And yeah, I think weather doesn't really matter this much for this fight. We have a fair bit of range. They're probably going to have to do most of the fighting.
I shall not falter.
Alright, 3 slingers. Not a lot of options, right? It's infantry versus infantry. There's a nice rock here, I guess. We can sort of use that to our advantage. We can hug it a little bit, at least reduce one flank. And then hopefully open them up to another flank here. They're fast, we gotta move a little slower. These are slow. We want them to go up and get tanking the shots first.
I will do my duty. As commanded. Egyptians, march! For battle! Consider it done.
Okay, once they start shooting, we move up as well. And then you with the low health start disrupting.
Battle ready.
I will go pick off the young spear because I'm pretty sure he's gonna send the young spear over.
In Memnon's name.
We'll just hold here.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
To victory! Ethiopians, attack!
Alright, got behind. Curl back. That's a flank. As long as that front holds, it's fine. And we just gotta harass their range to make sure they can't do anything. This 36 unit will try to get the most value by having it chase after a range unit. Gonna boost you, so we can kill this unit quickly. Alright, if we can't chase range like this, we might as well flank, break open the side. And I think they killed that really quick right here. And we can just keep going. Alright, so their range is pretty useless here. And we're just gonna continue our flank. I'm gonna force this unit to pull out of the fight to chase me, which will make him take a lot of damage. And then we can start collapsing on multiple fronts.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Yeah, we're just gonna get all the flanking going. The side flank's not so great, but
We stand ready.
they're about to all rout.
To battle.
There we go. We won. Garrison wiped. That was clean. Yeah, if we can fight like that, then I think we're fine. Our horde's going to be a little weak early on because of the lack of regions. We're going to need some of those reforms to pick up better units. I think we still want more growth. We need to build that temple.
I have honed my skills. Memnon!
Rank 3 upkeep from Napata. I mean, if it's the recruitment cost, would be better, or Thais. And that depends on, like, so if we go with the Egyptian territory, the unit get cheaper, and then a certain unit from that territory gets even cheaper. Same thing here. Ethiopian spearman or Ethiopian hunter. I gotta take a look at what the units are to know for sure. So spearman. Okay, it's not a shielded spearman. It's a more flanking unit. And the hunter is the javelin. The damage is not that good. Maybe more Nafu infantry. They're holding us frontline pretty decently. Slingers, I don't know, Slinger's gonna get outclassed. Damage is also way too low. And then looking ahead, so these units will all get 10% morale, and then one of these regions will have units that become expendable. Maybe we should go Nafu infantry. I mean, I guess we don't have to pick a 40%. 40%. Yeah, it's a little bit of food cost at this point. I could also just go pick up like 10 extra charge bonus. I'm gonna pick up 10 extra charge bonus. I'm not sure about that yet. We're gonna definitely lead the flanking unit since we're holding spearmen. I don't know what they have, but we want to take that city next.
We venture forward.
Anyone home? No idea. Do we have enough wood? Because we did pick up a territory. Okay, so we can actually call this group.
We are bolstered by the might of
We finished our
distant
first
lands.
epic mission. That was fast. And we can also add those units in because we're gonna need them to take that settlement. And we also ranked up from that too. Great. Increasing morale, missile damage. I definitely want one of the expendable traits. And then the next one's improving my bodyguard unit. Oh, I can be more tanky as well. I don't have to lead the charge. Guess we have a choice soon, but increased speed, increased defense, increased armor. 41 melee defense, 44, 40. Oh, stat-wise, this is just a better unit. I guess it doesn't matter in the long term because the stat is better. Like the unit's gonna change, right? Eventually, we're gonna end up as Sheridan warriors. Like that's the stat we're gonna have. So it's more of a question, do I want long-term more armor, for example, more melee defense, or more damage? Are Shonen Warriors tank or are they damage dealers? So a little bit of both, actually. Not much speed, a lot of armor, a lot of morale, good damage, good charge. So slightly more aggressive, I guess.
Glory is ours.
Upkeep. Yeah, the upkeep's not that high. It's just food. I don't think I have to worry about the upkeep at all. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to pick this first and then make one of them expendable. Alright, decent sized army. I don't think we want any new guys here. At least we don't have the goal to do so. So that's it. Alright, we should just auto finish that. Construct any building. Now, is anyone
Memnon of
home?
Ethiopia.
Well, they have an army.
To the field of battle.
Alright, we're gonna put it under siege. Maybe he'll come out and fight me, given that he's advantage. If not, we are actually gonna need siege weapons. Because no reinforcement, no spy to help us take down the garrison. All the siege battles are gonna be very difficult. And we'll build 2 first. We'll siege at least this turn. And we're also gonna be, you know, prone to getting hit by enemy agents. Now, being a priestess, it's not so bad. And I might actually pick up a bit more reinforcements for this battle. We don't have wood, so this is a no-go.
Soldiers of glory travel far to join our cause.
It's a pretty big army, but let's see how it goes. Oh, we need to... It's fine next turn, but then it's gonna go down. We have to get this done by next turn, so only 1 turn of sieging here. Of course, we get hit with the action. Did it work though? Did we lose morale from that? Yes, we did.
With pride and valor.
Alright. We could get more.
Serve me, my friends, in Pharaoh's blessed name.
And I think we'll just pick up these 2. That's going to be a max army right here. And we launch the attack. And we're still not favored. It's a valid defeat. So we gotta be smart here. We got 2 of them. I'm not building any more because we've got to go now. Let me just double check we still have it active. Yes, we do. That's the last turn to get the 50% increase on this.
Fight with honor.
And we really need that gold. So we're going for it. Maybe we can stretch them out by having a few of our units kind of like scattered around, especially the really weak one. Pretend we're attacking at every gate. Can we get fog? Fog, please. No. Okay, we'll fight this dry. Now we do have 2 siege weapons, so we can bash open gates. There are 2 gates on this side. There is 1 gate on this side. Oh, that's it. Okay, do we want to have a multi-prone attack? Maybe not. Honestly, we only need 1 ram. We built 2 because it took the same amount of time to build 2 as build 1. 4 towers, 4 towers, 4 towers. It's about the same. The landing zone's a little bit high ground down low. I like that. But then there's this cliff that they could hold. But the AI is usually not that smart. Where is everyone? Who's holding this? Yeah, sure, you're fine. The unit might pretty much die as they get shot, but it'll be worth it. You will drop it. You're too weak for this fight, so you'll be a distraction unit. Now, I'm sure the AI will at least guard gates. Right, if I put them here, even if it's one unit, they're gonna put something here. Who else is kind of weak? You're kind of weak. Same idea. I'm gonna sell them on the idea that we're attacking from multiple fronts. So we're gonna at least spread 2 units over there. Maybe I can spread another unit over here. Not sure. And we'll invest 1 more. We're not gonna fit that many guys through the gates anyways. So that's the idea here. And then everyone else is on this side. We could do a little bit of camouflaging as well. So for example, we can hide this group. And be like, we're not attacking from over here. So he's on the map. Why are you still visible? He's supposed to be visible. Okay, that's the plan. That's the plan. We gotta use everything. Nice. So we only have very limited resistance here. Most of them are in the center because they don't see most of our army. They invested quite a bit of generals on that side that we don't intend to attack. I'm gonna pull him back. Seems like they're not falling for these 2 on the flank. So might as well call them back so they can join the fight here. This is gonna take a little bit of time to bash this open. It's just a slinger too, right? Okay, it's just a slinger. That basically means like once he bashed that open, he can kill that slinger, assuming we don't lose too many units on this march. Which is not a guarantee. Oh wow, that was a brutal arrow. Okay, maybe they can't beat the slingers. The slingers are beating them even before they make it. Push it, don't fail me. It'd be amazing if they actually can't take the gate. So they're starting to shift a few generals out here. That's fine. I want them to fight us here.
Unflinching in battle, strength and glory.
Go, go, go. $50 of them. In case they all die here. I think it's 10% per hit.
Your warriors
Yep.
are attacking the gates.
Keep it up. We'll flood this group in. Just to avoid the tower damage.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Oh, come on, don't rout now. 2 more hits, 2 more hits. 1 more.
The enemy gates
Yes.
have been destroyed.
Go, go, go. Can you guys get in? Get in and rush here. Help us capture a tower. That's like the best thing he can do for us. Ooh, enemies. Maybe just sneak around? Better they're inside than outside. We'll first capture the main gate, then split 2-2.
We're about to capture the gates.
I think we're fine. I think we're fine. No one's coming here to block us. Let's go capture that. They're not really going for us. We need to turn down these towers, and then we can start efficiently sending units in. You two go here.
You have captured the
1
gates.
forward, 1 backward, because they're gonna come down. You two go help him out. Everyone, time to come in. Block this. We just want
Your
the
hero
tower.
is under attack.
Strike them down!
You have captured the enemy tower.
Alright, hold real quick. Wait, we didn't capture this? Oh, he captured it back because he's a slinger. It's okay, we're about to enter. It's all good.
Sons of Egypt!
Alright, you...
Sons of Egypt!
The enemy have captured the gates.
Move on!
engage. And then we'll flank him. So okay, the gate's broken, doesn't matter if they capture it. Melee units, plug up that hole. One of you get on the wall. Actually, no. Don't just all crowd here. Block off some of these reinforcement zones. They're fighting fine. We'll try to find them some help. You two fight him. I'm gonna go in first. Go in, guys. It's gonna be hard to get the range units into position here. We'll try. Flank. That should be an easy kill. They need help.
Understood.
I'm going.
End them. Javelins ready. Ethiopia's attack.
Spears! Warriors of the sands!
Alright, they're on the wall. They're doing great.
The duet awaits!
I'm gonna taunt them.
Searing light of the dawn.
Pull them into a melee fight.
Warriors of Egypt!
Fear us.
Your warriors have been routed.
I think
The
one of
foe
them
has
at the wall
captured
has,
your tower.
has fallen. It's okay, we're all inside now.
Battle ready.
This unit's probably gonna fall too.
Servant of Pharaoh.
Now the problem is I'm not gonna do so hot against them here either.
Pride of Ethiopia.
Spears!
Gotta break through here.
For Memnon!
End them.
Okay, good, they broke through.
Press on!
I will do my duty. Make them suffer.
Glory!
Can I boost myself? I can't. Then never mind. Just hold
Victory
here.
is close enough to taste.
For Memnon!
Go.
Egyptians march! Ethiopian
Alright, switch targets. Their general has
Glory away.
fallen. The wall has fallen. They have fallen. Another general comes. Slingers hit that. Oh, I asked one of them to move. He's not supposed to move. Alright, these two are supposed to sit here and hit them. We'll work on a flanking angle here for this last guy. How are we doing here?
Ares, your warriors are
Can we
ready.
flank now? Boost.
Egyptians move!
Fight them here.
Advancing! Marching!
Okay, we don't need to friendly fire now. Hit this. Alright, finally clear this group. We have won the fight at the gate. Now it's just a few strangling range units on the wall. So we don't have to worry about that. Kill this general and we're all good.
Egyptians move!
He's bounced back. But I think he's good as gone, right? 13 units? Well, actually that's more than 10%. Maybe he's still going to be around. We'll see.
To battle.
They're pulling back now. So we're gonna get a few of those guys on him. And once we kill him, it should be all good. I'll go boost them. I got one more boost left. You guys all go up here.
Onwards, men.
Our range units. Try to shoot their range units.
Archers!
Yeah, they have skirmish mode. We can just chase them. The other two can go capture. We don't need everyone to go capture. Go, go. Come boost, come boost. It's not a given that we can beat their general. Come on. Hurry.
The enemy is trying to capture the gates.
Doesn't matter. They can have it. You. Stop that.
I shall. Consider it done. For immortality.
We can actually taunt him. Oh, well, it's over. Just gotta wipe out the range.
Battle ready.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Oh, okay. Army loss kicked in. And that wasn't so bad. I mean, we did lose a lot of men, but that was expected. Yeah, we end up not losing a single unit, which was good. Daring. Bold. And we destroyed Rhodes. So very quickly, we have wiped out Rhodes, and that's going to bring us to a good stopping point for this episode. As I said, we're not going to go towards the Trojan lands. We're going to set sail and come down to Crete. This is a war spoil that will increase our reinforcement. I'm not a fan of that, actually. I mean, we get more value, basically cheaper units if you think about it. We're paying the same for 2 more units, 2 more of each unit. Could be good for Napata, but for a siege fight, that's not really worth it. I might as well go to Crete. I need to find wood. We need to find a nice wood war spoil, and that way we can actually sustain ourselves in terms of what we want to do in terms of building out
Memnon.
like buildings. Like we really want to alter, but we don't have the population for it. Gonna have to wait 3 turns. Yeah. So yeah, we'll end the episode here. We'll come back and continue as we will leave this island, one that we have completely destroyed. So much for Spartan colonists, and we'll do the same to Crete. Until then, bye.